welcome you in the compressor control session. Here in that case we are going to discuss the different types of compressor and the various control schemes which are used for the controlling of compressor. First we will see the types of compressor. There are three types of compressor, that is rotary, reciprocating and the centrifugal compressor. Now we will see the different control schemes which are used for the controlling of these three types of compressor. Again, similar to pump, here also the capacity control methods are used. And which are these different capacity control methods? That is given in this slide. So if it is a centrifugal pump, the centrifugal type compressor, so in that case there are the suction throttling, discharge throttling, variable inlet guide vanes and the speed control. These are the four control methods are used for the controlling of centrifugal. Then for rotary compressor, there is a bypass valve and the speed control. These are the two techniques are used. And in reciprocating compressor, on-off control, constant speed unloading, speed control and speed control and unloading. Again there are the four control schemes are used. Now here in that case, we are not going to discuss all these methods in detail, but we will see the which are the main or which are the common use methods in the industry. That methods only we are going to discuss. For example, if it is a centrifugal compressor, then there is anti-surge control is the important control. That control we will going to discuss here. So next we will see the control methods which are in the centrifugal compressor. The centrifugal compressor is a machine that converts the momentum of gas into a pressure head. And in centrifugal compressor, the important controller is the surge control. Surge is the potentially dangerous phenomenon that can occur in centrifugal and axial compressor. Compressor surge can cause mechanical damage to the internal of the compressor. The surging can also cause the compressor to overheat to the point where the maximum allowable temperature of the unit is exceeded, causing damage to the seal. Further surging can cause damage to the thrust bearing due to the rotor shifting back and forth from the active to the inactive side due to the high force induced by flow reversal. Compressor surge can occur in a fraction of a second, so a fast acting anti-surge control system is required to avoid the compressor surge. Means if you see from this point, it is a very dangerous problem which is occur in the centrifugal compressor, and that problem is called as the surge. Now in simple term, surge can be described as situation where the flow through a centrifugal compressor is reversed intermittently. In other words, gas is flowing from the discharge line to the suction line. As described, surge is a reversal of flow. Due to this flow reversal, the system pressure at the discharge side will be reduced over time, and eventually the compressor will again able to overcome the pressure on the discharge side. If no corrective action is taken, then the discharge pressure will increase and the compressor will again surge. This is known as surge cycle, means there is a repetition. The anti-surge control system is designed to determine the surge condition in the compressor and to operate the anti-surge control valve in an efficient and speedy manner to protect the centrifugal compressor from the surge. And what are the causes due to this there is a surge? There are the three causes in the centrifugal compressor. First one is the suction throttling, means if there is a throttling, means there is no sufficient air pressure is available or the vapor pressure is at the suction line, so at that time there may be the chance of the surge. Discharge throttling means if there is a sufficient resistance or the restriction is occur at the discharge line, again there may be the chance of the surge. And last one is the change in compressor speed. If the speed of compressor is continuously varying or changing, there may be the chance of surge. So these are the three causes due to this surge effect is occur in the compressor. Now the question is how to design the anti-surge control for the centrifugal compressor to avoid the surge effect. Now compressor, for that purpose, the compressor manufacturer's data is important, and every manufacturers of compressor, it provide the operating characteristics or the compressor operating map for the user. Now from that characteristic we can found there is a there are the different types of characteristics for different speed. Now if you see this characteristics, at y-axis there is a ratio of PD by PS, means discharge pressure divided by suction pressure, and at the x-axis there is a inlet flow rate. And here these are the different characteristics at different speed. Now here if you see from that characteristics, there is a certain point which is indicated by this line. From this line, if you see at the left side, this slope of this line will get decreased. Means here in that case, this discharge pressure start to decrease and this suction pressure will get increased. This is the case. Same thing if you see reverse of this, if you see right side of this line, there is a increasing of discharge pressure, and means it is increasing of discharge pressure, means PD by PS is increasing. Means this is the case. Here this line will indicate, it is called as surge limit. Means if the compressor is enter in the left side of this surge line, it is called as the SL line, SSL, means surge limit line. If the compressor will at the operate in the left side of this line, then it will go into the surge effect or the surge cycle. And if it is on the line or at the right side of this line, then it will be in the anti-surge region. Now here, while designing the control scheme, this control scheme is designed in such a way that this compressor will not enter in the left region of this SSL. So for that purpose, there is another parallel line is drawn at the right side of this SSL, and this controller will design in such a way that this controller will follow the line which is at the RHS or the right hand side of the SSL line. So due to this, this compressor will never into the surge region. This is the case, means this controller will take the care so that this compressor will not enter at the left side region of the SSL. Now the question is how to design that anti-surge controller. Now this anti-surge controller, it can be designed by measuring discharge pressure, suction pressure, discharge temperature, suction temperature, and the suction flow rate. Because on that measurement, it can calculate the limit of surge, because this surge limit is depends upon these 5 parameters. And if these 5 parameters are varying, then it will indicate whether this compressor is entering into the surge or not. And if it is enter into the if it will gives indication, at that time it will give the signal to the bypass valve. So if for example if suction pressure is lost, so at that time this valve will get open. So due to this discharge pressure will enter into the suction line, so that this compressor will not enter into the surge region. This is the case. Means this control valve is called as anti-surge control valve, which can take the care of compressor will not enter into the surge area. Means this is the controller. That controller is called as the anti-surge control, and this as the surge limit is depends upon these 5 variables. If this variable will get changed, its limit will get changed. But the basic concept of this controller is to follow the SSL line. This controller will take the care this compressor will not operate at the left side of SSL. So that control scheme is called as the anti-surge controller, and which is the one of the important controller for the centrifugal compressor. Then second type of compressor is the rotary type. In rotary compressor, there is a simple control scheme we choose. That is a pressure control scheme, and pressure control scheme we choose. If the pressure demand is more from the user, at that time it will gives the output or discharge the vapors or the gas, whatever it is required. And if there is no demand, at that time there is one pressure control unit is used, pressure controller is used, and that pressure controller, it will opens this valve. So due to this pressure will get vent. Means this is the simple pressure control scheme is used for the rotary compressor or the blower compressor. Nothing is difficult in that case. Then next type of compressor is reciprocating type compressor. This reciprocating compressor is a constant volume variable discharge pressure machine. On-off control is used for this. For discontinuous demand, where the compressor would waste power if run continuously. The capacity can be controlled by starting and stopping the motor. This can be done manually or by the use of pressure switches. But this type of control scheme we see in many applications, in commercial application also we see. Here this is the reservoir, and this reservoir having the two pressure limit switches. One is pressure switch low and pressure switch high. If this reservoir is filled with the compressed air or the vapors, if the pressure limit is high, at that time it will off the compressor. If it will below the pressure limit, at that time it will start the compressor. Means this is the simple on-off control scheme we use for the controlling of compressor, and it is a on-off control scheme. Then second scheme is UPC. It is constant speed unloading time. Now here in this compressor speed is constant, and here there is a one unloader is used, and mostly there is a 3-step or the 5-step unloading technique is used. And here again there is reservoir is used. This reservoir, if the pressure of this reservoir is increasing, at that time it will adjust the steps of unloader, whether 3 or 5 steps. So again it is a simple control scheme which is used for the controlling of compressor. But in that case the speed of this compressor is constant. So it is called as a constant speed unloading type compressor control scheme. Again similar to this pump, here also there is a multiple compressor systems are used. Compressors are connected in series or these are connected in parallel. Series compressor on the same shaft can be usually be protected by a single anti-surge control scheme. And if there are the different shafts, then you require the two different anti-surge control schemes. Now here one example is given for the two-stage compressor. These two compressors are connected in series. Now here while you see, there are the two important control schemes are used for the controlling of multiple compressor system. First one is, it is called as the pressure control. This is the one important controller, and second controller is used to control the compression ratio. Now here in that case, if you see, if the pressure at the second stage or the discharge of second compressor is increasing, at that time it will adjust the speed of compressor 1. And if there is a sufficient pressure, at that time the speed will not change. And if compressor's output is connected to the input of second compressor, or it is a suction line of second compressor. Now if suppose this pressure requirement is more, this pressure is increases, but again the pressure is not achieved, then there is need to adjust the ratio of compression ratio between these two compressors. Then there is second controller is used. This second controller will take the care of compression ratio, so that if the pressure will not cover, then it will increase or decrease the speed of second compressor. So due to this, the compression ratio between these two compressor will get controlled. Means here in that case there is two important control schemes are used. One is pressure control scheme and second one is the compression ratio control scheme. So these two schemes are used for the controlling of multiple compressor system. So if there is a parallel compressor, then there is also different types of control schemes are used. Okay, thank you.